When I wake up, the sunlight that filters in through those blinds just gives me no indication of the time of day. My mouth is dry from a long twitching sleep, which is a sickening contrast to how humid the air is right now. It's been unexpectedly warm for this time of year. At moments we thank the lovely weather for giving us a glimpse of positivity, but for the majority of the time being stuck on the 14th floor of a block of flats with only tiny slanted windows as a source of relief, the heat is unbearable. And it's not just the time of day that escapes me. How many days has it been? I sleepily count down 19 days, almost 3 weeks now. Each day just rolls into another like purgatory. 11:15am, my phone tells me. The clear sky is revealed when I twist the blinds to a jarring stop. I hear a cough through the paper-thin walls of the apartment and shudder. There's probably a breeze somewhere out there waiting to be enjoyed by someone, and that someone dares to leave the safety of home. Stretching when I muster the energy to fully leave my bed, I make my way to the full-length mirror that hangs on the wall. I see flecks of dust dancing in the streams of sunlight, but the room just remains dull. In the mirror, I analyse myself. Hair unkept, in desperate need of a barber's TLC. My once promising biceps that would twinge at the gym are now sulking away. The wrinkle-stained clothes that I've worn for 2 days now. Or is it 3? The thing that really sends a shiver down my spine most is the black ghoulish circles embedded under my eyes. I barely recognise myself. I curse at the bundle of clothes thrown on the floor. The uniform for a pharmacy that I've worked at for several years now. My chest feels tight. I know that a decision needs to be made in a matter of days, but again I just push it to the back of my mind, gulping down a sizable amount of stale air and making my way to the kitchen. Another day, another boiled egg. I smirk at myself as I switch the TV on, as the whistle of the kettle fills the room. Does the news have to be so sad all the time? I feel numb when I see the death count today. In fact, as I have done for at least a week now. Still, I watch, eyes glued to the television screen, absorbing every wicked word the news reporters have to say. How many now? What age? A baby? Or they had underlying health conditions, but they didn't. I knock gently on my elderly mother's bedroom door. Cup of tea? When she doesn't respond, I creak the door open ever so slightly, and she gives a weak smile as she comes round from a snooze. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. Oh no, love, I've already been up and awake this morning. I just must have drifted off. A cup of tea would be lovely, she says, with the buzz of her own TV in the background where her attention now returns. More news. More bad news. Back in the kitchen, I check my phone that alerts me with 3 vibrations in quick succession. It's my manager, giving me the ultimatum. When we last spoke, he tried to convince me with words like key workers and heroes, but all I could think about was my mum stuck at home with no bread, no toilet rolls, unable to leave the house to scavenge basic essentials for fear of an invisible killer. The bile of an empty stomach starts to rise now. Stay in, save lives, says the yellow muppet. It rings in my ears, and every time I see another patient struggling for each rasping breath on the telly, an hourly reminder that our precious earth is gravely ill, I see my mum on the screen. I can feel the blood pulsing in my ears, and my chest is tighter than ever. I have to grab onto something as I lose balance, but I can barely concentrate on my surroundings to see that my hand is heading straight for the stove. The egg in the pan is still bubbling away. I scream, or at least I think I do. I feel it in my throat as I retract my hand quickly. What is happening to me? If I don't return to work, I can't afford to live. If I sit on a till serving thousands of potential petri dishes for the coronavirus, I'm sure to bring home the Grim Reaper straight to my mother's bed. Why can't I breathe? I clutch my chest and hunch over as the noise of the two televisions crescendo into white noise.